Hello, this is gonna be a Eve Online how to get in for free because we made a big error when we first started the game. We made a huge error because we have 983,000 total skill points. We've been playing for 10 days, but actually we could have had a lot more skill points. We probably didn't even have to upgrade to members. There's no reason to upgrade for members, so we're gonna show you how to play free to play and then hopefully get up to a plex or something without paying, and then maybe get a membership if you like playing the game. But we're gonna figure out how to go from free to play to members without paying anything, hopefully. So you can see this character is 10 days old. We made a one error. We're gonna show you that error right now. Now, when I started, I never used the recruit a friend link, so it says welcome to Eve Online. We'll even go here because we get looks really cool when you actually enter the page. It loads up and then the ships fly in. So the ships fly in. Welcome to Eve Online. Your friend has personally invited you to play Eve Online through the recruitment program. You can play for free as an alpha pilot with an added bonus of 1 million skill points to spend on any skills you choose, saving you 20 days of training. As you commit further to EVE Online, your friend will receive rewards which you too can receive by recruiting your friends. So then you just enter your email, your username, your password, and then you'd agree, and then you probably create your account. So EVE Online is a community-driven spaceship MMO where players can play free, choosing their own path from countless options. Experience space exploration, immense PvP and PvE battles, mining, industry, and thriving player economy in an ever-expanding sandbox. And here's some screenshots, and then there's some videos. So you could use the recruit a friend thing, and considering my character, because you actually start with around like 400,000 skill points, somewhere around like 400,000 skill points you start the game with. So we could have had like 1.4 million skill points, which would have been 10 days ahead of schedule. So we already have things. I mean, we're worth like 200 million. We're worth 200 million on 10 days without even really doing too much. So I think it could have been a lot higher. Maybe we're gonna be able to get money really quick too. So yeah, if we just minimize this, we look at these scales. Basically, it is like if you were a member. So if you were training, because we look at the Amara Industrial, it has like pretty much 1 million points left, right? So we just put these on here just because we wanted something to buffer while we were waiting. Basically, if you were to throw all of these on, so we are a members account, right? So we throw the Amara Industrial, it's going to be a 1 million skill points. So basically it is like 20 days of training as a member without any implants or anything, right? We don't have any implants, so we're also going to be looking at these, the perception, the memory, the willpower, the intelligence, the charisma, maybe remapping, or maybe it's no reason to really. Because we're looking on the marketplace, and there was things to even buy early that you could augment early, so we're going to have to look into those. Because we're looking on the market. We'll go through how to do this as we create the first episode when we create the account. So basically these things for free, you can go Neuro Boost Basic, I believe, and it's free to play, increases +3 bonus to willpower. They only cost like 10 million each, so if you got like 50 million, you could maybe buy these and increase your training speed, but you could actually probably pilot a super sick ship quick as well. Like even from like day one, you could just go to your skills, and then you could go to your spaceship command, and then you could train to the Caldari battleship. And then maybe we could even fly the Raven on day one. Well, we'd have to get the money to be able to afford it, right? Because total training time 5 hours, so you could definitely be able to fly the Raven on day one. Amazing. Wow, this is going to be a whole new series then, where we go and do everything again. So we did the first 10 days, we went through, we learned everything. You could watch that series too. It basically goes through everything as we were trying to learn the game, except that we did the error. So we did all of that without the 1 million skill points, right? We never allocated any, because you also gain skill points from just playing the game, so maybe the training speed actually didn't matter as much as I did. So I think we're going to start the new account. We're going to refer him, and then maybe I'll put the referral link in the description so you guys can join as well. So cool, here's the new character. Alright, so I just filled out, filled out everything, so you click the start playing, and then hopefully nothing comes up. I'm sure. Please click the link in the email, so we have to go to my email. Alright, cool. So now I got my account set up. So recruit a friend and get rewards. Invite friends to play using the custom link below. They must use this link to register for both of you to be eligible for rewards. Your rewards, and then as the members upgrade to Omega, you get rewards, I guess, and a custom link. So how it works: one, send a custom link to your friends and invite them to play. They must register through the link in order to be eligible for the rewards. Your friend signs up through your link and receives 1 million skill points to spend. Gain rewards as your recruits commit further. Recruit upgrades to Omega on Secure. You receive 15 days rewards to buys Plex. Okay, receive more and improve more rewards, so you get more rewards. Cool. So a whole reason to sign up then. Well, especially the 1 million skill points, right? I could have really used the 1 million skill points on my other character, and I wouldn't have had to pay anything. So 100% free way to play. Alright, so welcome to EVE Online. Choose an empire to explore. You could choose any of these empires. It doesn't really matter. I think it's just your character's backstory mostly, and maybe their starting skills and the starting ships. So we're going to start with the Caldari. They use the missile ships, and then Glanta uses different weapons, right? You could go look at all the different things about all the races if you want. Show the different weapons and their backstory and what kind of ships that they fly. So you could fly any of these ships regardless of where you start, actually. It's just that Caldari is near the main trade hub, so even the secondary trade hub had some items missing. So we're just gonna say start as Caldari, and then you could expand to any other race you want later anyways. So enlist with the Caldari. And then you choose your character. So I don't think it really matters which one. I think it just decides your starting career agents and maybe some of your skills. It does not affect access to skills or abilities. So we'll just choose the middle one, right? Trader or high competitivity, under chaos and friendship. So you can start anyone. We're gonna start one of them. So we'll just go with the last one. I think we did that last time. So we're gonna go with the third, the deity. So it's just going to decide where your character starts at and where your first career agents are being done. Doesn't really have too much difference besides that. But I think we're going to make the character, and then we're probably going to come back, because we're not going to go through shaping everything, because we got to put a hair on him, right? So you put hair on your character. So you could choose the hair, maybe this one. You could choose the hair color, you could choose the root color, the hair color, and the eyes. Probably want blue eyes or something. Oh, there's the eye color. Alright, cool. And then complexion. Then we just go with hair and headwear. I guess can't have any headwear. Then you can put a beard on him if you want. And skin details. Maybe we're not going to go too far into it. You just have to put clothes on him. So you put the outer clothes and the mid-layer clothes. So we usually pick these ones. You could look through the options and decide which color of stuff you want. So I think we're going to go like that. So that one's alright. He kind of looked similar. Maybe those glasses. Huh. Not sure. Is there better looking glasses? No, they're just different shades of the same thing. Oh, maybe these glasses. There we go. Cool. So it looks a bit different than usual. We just need boots, I guess. Oh, feet. So we didn't put any shoes on him. So now he's basically ready to go. I don't think we had to answer any more questions, right? We just hit the next button once our character is made. And I think we just hit the camera button to take a picture. So you can move your character around, like you could angle him and shoot him in different positions. You could rotate the camera, and then you could say like a different picture or something. You could change how he looks in the picture. So we could say next. Oh, you could change the backgrounds and the lighting and everything too. So maybe we'll go back, right? Because there is other options for the pictures. You could change different backgrounds, what you want the background to look like, I guess. Right? The gold one looked pretty cool. Maybe the silver one. There's different backgrounds to choose. Oh, there we go. Amar, Galante. Oh, there's a background for the different races. Good thing we actually looked here then. So we're going to start with Caldari. So we're going to have the Caldari. Oh, and then you could have some preset poses by the looks of it. Cool. Then you could put lights. Oh, that's right, the intensity. And then you could, browse colors and everything. So maybe we'll try that picture. That looks alright. So I guess there's more things you could do to change the picture. Then he stays in that pose. So we just choose the name. So we'll go Sky Dragon Nebula, something like that. Check availability. Alright, and then you can finalize. Submit your picture, your portrait. Cancel. But we always make male characters. Maybe we should make a female characters. Oh, it's back at the beginning when we first make the character. That's alright, you can be just like this then. Cool, finalize. Submit your portrait as the picture. Alright. So, a new journey has begun completely. So we should get the 1 million skill points. I think that's the main reason to do this. The main reason to restart the character, right? Because even though we played 10 days on the character, and even though we already bought membership, it would make more sense to just go on this character and then just start him. But I guess we got all these standings and everything on the other character too, so, But it would be an interesting fresh start to do this and then see how quickly we could rise up, knowing everything that we knew before. So here's the tutorial. We'll probably just do the first tutorial thing. So I realize this is your first flight, but I'm receiving a distress signal. So maybe we could end the recording and then start the tutorial here. Yeah, so we can go through the tutorial quickly. So Captain, I realize this is your first flight, but there's a distress signal. So then going through the tutorial should be really easy, right? She's gonna drag you or tell you what to do. Hold the left mouse button to look around. Wreck location confirmed. So left click the wreck to select it. Then you left click on the wreck that appears. Then Captain, get as close to the wreck as possible. So you can double click on the wreck. If you just double click on it, you start approaching it. Or you could right click it and hit the approach button. So then your ship will start flying towards the wreck. And then once you get close enough to the wreck, maybe you're gonna get attacked. So it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Your ship should be alright to take on the first enemy's research battleship wreck. So it's 7,000 kilometers. Oh, we could activate the afterburners, right? They give you afterburners when you start the game. So if you activate these, you just press the button, and your max velocity will be a lot faster, so your ship will travel a lot faster. Data transfer complete. Use the overview. So now there's going to be an enemy here. So we could just select the enemy and hit the control button. So that's actually a super quick way to just target everything. Or you could right click it and you could say target, or you could hold down the left button and then you could use the menu to target it. So it's time to engage the enemy. Fire when ready. Alright, so click here to activate your primary weapon. Then you start shooting the enemy. So we just have to destroy the enemy. So we see our fall off range 7,000, optimal range 5,000. So we want to stay around 5,000 from this enemy. Though I guess this one wouldn't be too difficult anyways. Generally, all the different weapons are going to have different weapon ranges in the game. So maybe you could open the cargo to loot the enemy, and it'll give you a little bit of loot. Great work, time to go home. I need you to dock at the station where I can get you data. So locate in your home station. So there's only one station in the system. So you could right click it and select dock. Or maybe hold the left button and click dock. That works as well. I think holding the left button would be a lot easier. Oh, and there is a shortcut. You could press the D plus the left click. Oh, so you hold down the D button, then you left click the station, and then you could dock, or you could right click to dock it, or you could hold the left mouse button and drag it up to dock. So there's multiple ways to dock at the station. So maybe we'll just land back at the station. So there's gonna be a whole bunch of things around the station, I guess. I wonder why there's so many things here. So then here's the rookie help chat. Alright, so inside the station, she's going to greet you. She submitted data that you recovered, so we could click on the agency, and we could say, Concord has tasked us further investigations into the data we recovered. So, tutorial. We go down here and click on the tutorial. And then here's the tutorial missions to do. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. Navigate to your target and destroy it. Okay, long-range scanners have picked up an enemy, so she just tells you to undock from the station. And then once you're in space, click the warp to location from the tutorial. So on the left-hand side here, you can see a menu. It says warp to the investigation site. You just warp to the warp to the destination site, and then it's gonna tell you to you can't view the quests yet. So it's gonna teach you all about weapon upgrades and upgrading your weapons, and then doing some other things that'll teach you about the first things you need to learn in Eve. And then we'll probably come at some point and then show you what skills to put on your tree, because you're gonna have 1 million skill points, right? Although it shows we don't have them yet, so hopefully they come up when it tells us to train. So when you arrive at the site appears to have been recently attacked. We should look around in case the attackers are still present. So there are some attackers here. So the seekers here, so we could hold the left mouse button to lock on them. Then we could double click the enemy to start approaching the enemy. We should lock our targets, ready to fire. So we're gonna want to right click him and then say orbit at 5,000. So our gun's optimum range. We could activate the civilian afterburners to speed up. So if we are farther than 7,380 meters, then we would not be able to hit the enemy as easily, and we'd be doing less damage to the enemy. So, I believe in these settings as well, right? We go to settings, we go to UI scaling. You could change that to 125% so you can see everything. So it's a really good thing to do. You could loot the cargo, and then you can start shooting the other enemy if you want. So to loot the cargo, we just found it in the overview here. We hold the left mouse button, then we open the cargo. So she's just gonna tell you to destroy these two, and then I think there's 2 more enemies that come up. So I think these gives you civilian afterburners, maybe. Maybe it's just the other guys during the other quest. Oh, metal scraps. Alright. So you destroyed the enemy, so go loot him if you want. As last of the seekers, then it might be something valuable in the wrecks. We should take a look. So it says to right click one of your enemy wrecks in the overview and select open the cargo to move into range and examine its contents. Shortcut left double click. Double clicking automatically. Okay. Well done, Captain. You successfully completed your first mission. Open the tutorial in the agency and claim your reward. So you open the agency, then you go claim rewards, and then you get your first pay. So now you have some more money. Gain experience with using weapon range. So Concord has transferred an ISK reward into your account for completing your last assignment. You can use your wallet to track your ISK. So she tells you to click on your wallet, and you can see all of your transaction history. You can use the wallet to check your ISK balance and transaction history. Mission coordinates received. So now we can just warp to the next location then. Wasn't anything here. So I guess actually holding the left button and then dragging it up to open the cargo doesn't really do anything. You just have to double click on the thing, and that actually opens the cargo as well. So even I learned something new from the tutorial by going through it again. Alright, so there's hostile sentry towers, so you have to get within range of these guys. So you could probably always activate your afterburner, so you could you have to lock onto them. So you could lock onto the targets, then you could right click, probably orbit at 5,000, and then you start firing on the enemy. Hostile sentry towers detected. We need to destroy them to secure this site. The tower is outside our weapon's range. Mouse over your primary weapon to see the optimal range. So we looked at that. It was 5,000 to 7,000. So we go to next, fly into optimal range, then lock the target and fire your primary weapon. So we're probably going to do that for the second tower. So I guess it probably doesn't take too long to destroy him, but the enemy, you could also right click them and show information. Then it'll show the enemy's weaknesses, their resistances, and what type of damage they do actually. So that's actually a really good thing to know. So you can double click on this guy here, or you could right click and then go orbit at 5,000. And since your gun just has unlimited ammunition, you might as well just start firing it. So once you get in range, you're gonna start shooting the other sentry tower. So you can see it has shield resistances of 50, and armor resistances of 0, structure resistance of 0. It deals 100% thermal damage. So if you're looking at your ship, you could right click your ship and say show info. Then you go attributes of your ship. So your ship's shield resistance is 8%, 26%, 44%, 54%, and then your armor resistance is 50, 45, 25, 10. So these are just the different elemental types. There's EM damage, there's thermal damage, there's kinetic damage, and explosion damage. So depending what type of enemy you're fighting, you might want to use different damage types. So well done, Captain. The site is now secure. The secret threat is in the system appears to be growing. We should improve our combat capabilities. So you click on your character sheet, skill training. I will prepare you for your path to the stars. Training gunnery skills will improve various aspects of your combat. So we could just go to spaceship command. We could start training the frigate because we're going to want to start flying a bigger ship pretty soon. Even though we should be getting 1 million skill points to train it right away. So I believe we just want to train Caldari Frigate to level 3, and then we're going to be able to get the Caldari Destroyer once we learn the book. So that's good. Alright, our mission here is complete. Open the tutorial to claim the reward. So claim a little bit more money, and then the next tutorial, the accumulated data last scanners. Use tactics of mobility and your weapons tracking. So probably another combat mission, so we could warp to the location. So now if we go to the skill tree, we could say Caldari Frigate is training to level 2, Caldari Frigate is training to level 3. That's going to take 17 hours, although we could probably just use these skill points to speed it up. Because I don't think we need level 4 for anything. All we need is level 3 skills at the moment. So I have prerequisites for. Yep, there's going to be other different ships, right? You could change into the Amar race, or the Galante race, or the Minomatar race. Pretty much fly these ships for any of the races anyways. So, Captain, the sleeper enclave is fully operational. We have to report this, but first we should take out any remaining enemies. So you're gonna have to right click, and then you can just go orbit at 5,000. And you can start afterburners, activate the weapon. Captain the Sleeper. Oh, okay, so we already read that one. So basically I think we just have to kill some more enemies. So this game is pretty cool. You're going to be able to go and speed up pretty quickly, right? You're going to have so many skill points, and you're probably going to be able to fly a battleship on day 1. Absolutely crazy. I couldn't even fly a battleship until 10 days later on my other account, so considering if we could actually manage to fly that thing, we just have to figure out how to get some money. So we could probably definitely figure out some way to power through to get some money. So we go loot the enemy if you want. And there's another enemy that showed up. Smaller, more agile ships detected. It'll be harder to hit them. Oh, you can look at all the explosions too. So it'll be harder to hit this enemy with your weapon. Destroy the enemy ship to secure the site. So the cargo in space, you can only loot it when it's within 2,500. So we could double click on the enemy to start approaching him, and then we could start firing our guns. And I believe we want to right click and then orbit at 5,000. Yeah, and you can even, here, let's just look at, you can right click the enemy, you can say, oh, look at the enemy. Want to find the ship in space, right click him and say, look at the ship. And then you could look at the ship here as well, see what he looks like. Then you could watch him blow up, I believe. As soon as you destroy him, if you're looking at him, it'll do a cinematic view. So mission complete, open the tutorial. Alright, claim the rewards. And what's the next one? Using your afterburners to increase your ship speed. So we already did that. Mission coordinates received. Warp to the location. So you can see the tutorial is going to be super quick. Then the career agents are going to be easy to do. And then maybe we could only do the career agents for Caldari. That should give us like 30 million ISK to start with really quickly. It's like 10 million ISK an hour. So no, it's like 10 million ISK in 3 hours. So your first 3 hours of the game, you could just do the career agents, and then you should pretty much have like 9 million or 10 million or something like that. As long as we don't waste our money on anything. Yeah, so we're gonna try to budget our money and only spend it on the things that we need. And skills. 5,000 unallocated skill points. Where's the 1 million skill points? Spatial rift detected, Captain. Let's begin. Created by a powerful gate of some kind. Eliminate the hostiles to secure the site. Activate your afterburners to move into range. So we right click the enemy. Orbit 5,000. Activate the afterburners. Activate the weapon. So I think this one's just a faster one or something, right? If we go to description, this sleeper drone benefits from upgraded engines. So he flies a lot faster. Oh, and then his resistance are a little bit scattered. So if you show info, it'll show you how different damage types can help you. Because if you're hurting his shields, you want to use EM damage for his shields. Or preferably thermal damage, because it's pretty low for both of them. Thermal damage would be the best type of ammo to use on this enemy. So then with our afterburners activated, we should be able to get within targeting range. Yeah, there we go. Then you can even look at all these things here, right? This thing, spatial rift. Right click it and say look at, and then you could show information about it. I think it said some cool thing. A natural phenomenon that rumors say will hurdle those that come too close into faraway places. Wary travelers stay away from them, as some that have ventured too close have never been seen again. So we could right click the ship on the targeting thing up here, right? We could say no, we wanted to look at you. So we destroy you. So actually, since he has engines, we want to keep at range 5,000. Oh, no, we still killed him. Well done, Captain. Now it's time to upgrade your ship. You'll need to dock at the station. So, we could loot him if we want. Oh, we don't have to do that. We could just double-click the enemy. Double-click the loot in the screen. And then as soon as we get within like 2,500 meters, we're going to loot the enemy. There we go, loot all. So maybe it gives you a little bit of money, but it doesn't really look like it. So stack all. So I guess we got 21,000 worth already. I guess that's pretty decent. So then like on the station here, right, we would right click it, and then we would click on the dock button. Or we could just do the radio menu. We never really used the radio. Well, we used both of them. Both of them are good to use. I think we're basically done the tutorial. And then where do we go after the tutorial? We're gonna have to figure that out. We're gonna have to figure out why I don't have 1 million skill points. Yeah, because you can see when you start with 400,000 total skill points. So that is true. You start with 400,000 skill points already allocated. Then you earn skill points by completing mission objectives, I guess. Well, certain objectives. My other character had like 185,000 unallocated skill points.
Docking request accepted.
So maybe it's not unallocated skill points. Maybe it's shown somewhere else. But that's the only place it would be shown. So we arrived in the station. Mission complete. We could go to the left here, click on the agency. We could claim the rewards. So she's going to give us some new weapons and ammunition. Use the fitting window to equip your weapons. So we can activate the quest. Oh, and then she closes it. So we go to the right here. We go to fitting. And then we could go to the left here to inventory to open the inventory. Okay, you have just received some new weapons in order to fit them. So we have to right click on the gun, select unfit. Then we go to the item hanger down in the left here. So now use the weapon module. So select the alot turrets and drag them into the fitting window. So you drag them onto the ship, or you could drag them to any specific slots you want. So weapon turrets will go on the upper slots. She says that you're going to need ammunition, so you can drag ammunition onto your ship and it'll load your weapons. Upgrade complete, Captain. Then you could also drag the ammunition into your ship's hold. So you're going to have your item hanger here, and then you're going to have your ship hold hanger here. So you could, well, you can maybe keep everything, right? Just drag everything into your ship. You could keep it for right now. So this is your ship's hanger. It's separate from the station hanger. So upgrade complete, and then maybe we go to the tutorial and use the fitting window to equip new weapons. Close the fitting window. Alright, so you can drag the fitting window and then close it with the X button, just like she instructs you. Now we should continue with the investigation. Alright, now you can open the agency and claim your rewards for 10,000 ISK. Apply everything you've learned in this combat mission. So I believe we just have to go defeat 4 ships. So you can undock from the station on the top right here. So that's how you undock from these stations usually. So inside these stations, you're basically safe. That's where you store all of your items and you get all of your ships and everything. So she's going to allow you to warp to location. So this is pretty much the second last mission. The other mission is just going to tell us to fly to the career agents, and then we can start doing the career agents again. Everything you've learned into practice. Travel to the site and eliminate the hostile targets to secure the site. You have 2 weapons now. Remember to use both of them. Alright, so down on the bottom here, we could also group the weapons. So that basically puts them together so it fires 2 at once. Or you could ungroup them and then you could shoot at like multiple different enemies, right? You could target one ship, you could fire at him, and then target a different ship, and then fire at him with the other gun. Or you could just group them or ungroup them. And then these you can also drag around to move them. Same with the afterburners and everything. If you just wanted them to be in a different spot. So these weapons are going to have a different optimal range. They're close range, so optimal range 2,000. So we just double click him to start approaching him on the right here. Then we could go right click orbit at 2,500. We could probably lock on to the targets. Then we start attacking the one that we're going close to. So we can activate the afterburners, because I believe that's going to make them hit us less, right? For like armor or speed tanking. Basically, if we're going faster and the enemy has like big, huge guns or something, they won't be able to hit you. But if they have missiles, they probably will hit you. So we could right-click the second enemy, orbit at 2,500, and then we could start firing at him. Well, once we get within range, once we get within 4,000, so he's over here. So there we go. Now we can start firing on him maybe. So it missed because we weren't close enough. Now we are close enough. So the Sentry tower should actually fall pretty quickly. It shouldn't take too long. I'm just wondering where the other 4 ships are. Oh, here's another one. So we could double click him in the overview, and then we could we could orbit at 2,500. We could also set the default orbit to 2,000, right? We could go to the enemy, we could lock on him first. We could right click, we could go orbit, then we could say set the default to 2,500. So now if we were to hold the left mouse button, we could orbit the enemy at 2,500. Basically, it's another way to get to the enemy quickly, or to do this, another shortcut. So keep at range 1,000, then you can drag it out further to show how far away you want to keep at range. And same with the orbit thing, right? You could go to the orbit, you could drag it out to see how far you want to drag, or you could set the default to something. So you go here, right click, keep at range, set default to 2,500. Then we could probably start firing the enemy. Start firing our guns. So we can show information about him, see what he does. So his resistance is basically the same. So we're doing thermal and kinetic damage. So we're doing a little bit of two types of damage. So the ships, we're going to be able to get a faster ship. Well, 522 miles a second, that's pretty good, I guess. So we loot all here, and then we can double click the enemy to approach the other enemy. And then we can just go destroy him when we get close enough. So we just right click and we could just say keep at range 2,500. That way we're just going to be following him. It's also another way to do it. If there's just like not too much going on, if there's just a few enemies, maybe you could just keep at range. That way you could just basically trail behind him, and your ship should basically try to always keep up with the enemy. Although we're not really keeping up with them. Oh, it's because the obstacles. Yes, if you're too close to something, you're actually going to be bumping into it, so it's going to be slowing you down. And actually, it might get you killed at some points. So basically we got around the asteroid, and then we had to slowly maneuver around the asteroid, so that's why we were going so slow, I guess. Now that we're getting closer to the enemy, we could say 2 times light electron blaster, optimal range 4,000 to 2,000, so we could shoot the enemy now. We're within range, so now the enemy should fall pretty quickly. There we go. Oh, here's the 4 enemies. So they're going to have different resistance types. Oh, should probably loot the cargo. Then we go to the enemies. So maybe these guys are the ones that drop the afterburners. So for your ammunition, you could right click your ammunition. You could say reload all. Then your ammunition will be fully reloaded. So your ammunition reload time also changes depending on everything. So you probably lock on all of the targets, or you could just hit the control button, right? You just select the enemy here, and then you hit the control button. So you go here, we could go keep at range 2,500, and then we could target this enemy here. So we'll be able to talk about more things later after we... Oh, maybe it's this gift thing in the left hand. You have unclaimed items in your redemption queue. Daily login campaigns. Log in during campaigns to receive your rewards. So I don't know why we weren't getting those on the other account. We should be getting closer to the enemy to be able to shoot him pretty soon. So we could probably start firing on the enemy. So you can see these ones are going to have different resistances, right? So this one is weak to thermal. Oh, negative 600 against thermal. Why is it that low? All the other resistances are high at like 70. So we could go start, just target you. This guy we could right click, we will keep at range. So we don't even have to really drag it too far out. Literally, we just drag it to the thing, and it's saved at 2.5 kilometers. Also open the cargo. Oh, so they just drop metal scraps as well then. So eventually they just wanted to destroy all of these enemies here. So we locked on to that one. We selected him up here, and then we started shooting at him. Then we go here to keep at range. This guy's resistances should be different as well. So usually they're not negative 600%. Usually they're like 0%. Showing you. And then we're just opening the cargo here to hope to find something. Well, it does teach you how to loot everything from the enemies, I guess. So then we can right click him, we can look at him, so that ship it's about to be destroyed, so it's going to show the cinematic view. Mission complete, Captain. The secret threat in the system has been eliminated. So we can just loot the final cargo, see, got some more metal scraps. Perfect. Mission complete. Open the tutorial. So we go to the left here to the agency, and we claim the rewards, 100,000 ISK. So now we're a little bit rich. Many challenges await you. She will guide you out of the system to career agents, right? Select agents and missions. Career agents on the right hand side here. Careers will offer you specialist missions in their chosen fields once you meet them in person. So we could set the destination by clicking on here. The distance to the agents is too far to warp in our ship. You'll have to use these stargates to jump between him. So we could close the agent window. And then on our right hand side here we see a stargate. We could jump on it. We could right click it. Or maybe we could even just left click and hold up and jump. Left click probably is the easier way for most of them. We're just so used to right clicking, so we're gonna have to learn how to left click everything. Basically the tutorial's done. She's gonna tell you to jump 3 jumps away. So here is your route that where you are going. You're going 3 jumps over to here. So you can jump through the stargate, and then you're going to have to jump through another stargate, and then jump through another stargate. But we're not going to open the map yet. We don't really have to open the map, but it will show you where your destination is. So on the left hand side here, you can open the map, and it'll show you where you are. So your home station is right there. And you're heading over here for Caldari Estate. So, I guess it's not even that complicated if you're just looking at the map right now. It's literally just traveling over here. So she says we're making good progress. Keep jumping through these stargates. I want to close the window. Keep jumping through these stargates in your route until we reach our destination. So you jump through the other stargate.
Drive active.
You can reload all of your ammo if you want. So basically, we haven't really got too far. We can see, what are the unclaimed items? 1 million skill points. There's the 1 million skill points. Alright, so if you want to claim your 1 million skill points on the left hand side here, you could claim it, redeem it. I think your character must be located in a station or structure to claim these. So your redeemed items are going to be redeemed at whatever station your character is at. So whatever station your character is at, if you redeem items, they're going to be in the station there. You can't redeem them out in space. In the daily login campaigns, daily starter gifts, collect rewards on each of the first 15 unique days you log in. So day 1, 10,000 interstellar credits, ISK. Alright, cool, bonus skill points, 10,000 claims. So they give you more things for signing up with the refer a friend. I don't know if we had those. Amazing. So definitely refer a friend is the way to go. If you're playing this game, do not play without using the refer a friend link. So definitely the refer a friend link will be in the description. So if you wanted to get into EVE and you wanted to try to figure out how to play for free or get into the game without paying anything, you probably could. So click on the link on the description and then you get your 1 million skill points. So basically, she's going to tell you to jump through these stargates. So it is a pretty big universe. There's going to be a whole lot of different places, but you don't even have to explore most of it for the start of the game. It's like the first month you could even stay within like the first 10 jumps. Although we jumped across the whole solar system. It's really good to explore everything. Because it doesn't actually matter what you do in the game because your character training. Because you need to train these skills first. Then the career agents are stationed in the current solar system. So then we'd right click here. Oh, we could go to the system because there's only going to be one station. So we can right click on the right hand side here. Or we should just use the left click. So you could left click on the station and click dock. You just scroll up to dock at the station.
Active.
Then as soon as we dock at the station, she's going to teach us, introduce us to the career agents. So the career agents are going to help you get your way into the Caldari state to help you to run a really high level missions really quickly. I think if you just do all the career agents on the first day or something, and then or the second day, then they'll probably give you absolutely everything you need. Then you'll probably have amazing standings because you're gonna want to get standings with all of the different factions and all the different alliances. So we have arrived at the station. So this is going to be your home station for a little bit, right? You're just going to be sitting here, so we can right click and then look at it. Then we could look at the whole station. So the station's out in space. Usually they're always by a planet, so if you ever docked in a station, there's probably a planet right outside to look at. Eventually be able to extract resources from the planets again, which doesn't take too long. So congratulations, you have navigated to the agent successfully. Now you should make contact. So we could just click to the agent to start conversation. Captain, you are now in the capable hands of the career agents. I suggest that you explore all the different career paths available to you. Accept the mission, click here to accept. So we're not going to accept it yet, but basically if we go to the left hand side here to the agency, it's all grayed out because of the agent's messages anyway. Well, we'll just accept it. So we'll say industry. What does he want you to do? He just wants you to go mine something quickly. So that should be alright. That'd be really good. So maybe start at industry at the top and then hit accept. Then you could start learning about industry and then business and then advanced military and then exploration and then military. Although you should probably do the military before the advanced military. So if we go to the left hand side here and we go do home, we go to tutorial. Completed, your career awaits completed. So tutorial is complete. Now we could actually get into the game. Oh, and then if we'll do those at the beginning maybe. So this is the beginning episode. We're gonna start actually playing the game and making huge progress and getting really far probably. We're gonna look at the skill tree. We're going to see what kind of skills to add to the character. How you could probably train, because the Caldari Destroyer, if we right click it, we go view market details. It should be sold in this station all the time. Yeah, and then we click on the price to sort the price by the cheapest. So 100,000 is how much the book costs. We have 159,000. So maybe we could just buy the book and then just train Caldari Destroyer and then maybe use a bunch of skill points or something. But there we go. Here's how you get into EVE Online with 1 million free skill points and then probably some other things that I missed.